Hi, it's Terry with another Stampin' Hair stamping project. This is a note card that I had seen something similar on Pinterest, and I decided to copy it. I really like the colors with it, and I think you're going to like it too. So it is some stamping on it, a lot of more stamping than recent projects, and a couple layers, and I think it's going to look really cool. Hope you like it. A piece of DSP that's 4 by 5. I wanted to add some sprinkles, kind of a splatter effect. I have my aqua painter here, and I filled it about halfway with alcohol, and then I squeezed in some River Rock re-inker. And you want to squeeze the water down to the tip and then just flick it and just put some splatter on your paper. Because it's alcohol, it will dry quickly. Using several stamp sets. The leaf is going to come from this fantastic Foilage. This is a retired Stampin' Up set, and we're going to use this aspen leaf in various colors, various stamping colors. Leaves on this, well, various colors ink. I'm going to use early espresso. Just want to ink this up. Put a leaf here. I'm going to do 5 leaves. 2 of them will be in early espresso, and then the others will be in pumpkin pie, Cajun craze, and old olive. I will be cleaning my stamp between inks just so I don't muddy my ink pads. This is a Cajun craze. So using the same stamp. Just in another different position. I'll use some pumpkin pie. The final leaf color is old olive. We'll also be stamping this piece of more mustard. This is cut at 3 7/8 by 4 7/8. And we're going to use I'm going to use this background stamped called Script, I believe. This is a retired set too. I'm going to ink it with Cajun craze. And the ink pad has these grips on the side. So just move the ink pad back and forth over the stamp, ink it all, cover it all up. And I'm going to take my piece of cardstock and place it on top of the script. I'm going to take a clear block and rub that over and press down just to make sure you get a nice transfer of the ink. Voila. Doing some sponging on this, and again I'm going to take the Cajun Craze ink pad and sponge the edges. What that piece ends up looking like. Now I want to add some sponging. I'm going to use, for these leaves, I'm going to use the more mustard. Sponge dauber here. I'll just take the more mustard and sponge kind of heavily on the main vein, and then lighter on the outsides of the leaf. In the center of the leaf, and then lighter on the edges. Once you sponge in the more mustard on your leaves, then you want to tear the edges, and just tear about 1/4 inch down the sides. If you hold the paper and tear towards you, you can hold on the shorter sides, hold one edge, and tear with your left hand like this once you get all the edges torn. And we're going to use crumb cake to sponge these edges. And then you want to adhere this piece to your more mustard, your DSP to your more mustard. Just use a little bit of tape runner. One other thing. So now I want to add the piece with the linen thread, and I'm going to punch out using my jewelry tag punch. One in Cajun Craze, one in more mustard, and I'm going to stamp with my tiny tags. I'm going to stamp this thanks so much, and I'm going to use the Cajun Craze pad. I'm going to stamp thanks so much. You want to stamp on the right hand side of your paper so the rounded part of the jewelry tag is to the left. This is So Saffron cardstock, piece of scrap. And then you can stick it, slide it into your tag and punch. Paper piercing set here, because I want a wider hole in my top of these three jewelry tags, so I'm lining them up. I have the more mustard, Cajun Craze, and the So Saffron on top, and then just stack them on top of one another. And I'll take my paper piercing tool and center it in this rounded edge and poke it through. And I want to slide them all the way down the tip of this piercer, because it has a gets larger as it goes towards the handle. And I'll give myself plenty of room to thread my linen thread through that hole. So I'll get my linen thread out, unravel some of it, and I'm going to wrap it around my cardstock face 3 times. So if I start about 3/4 of the way over, 1, 2, 3, and then the 4th time around, this is where I'm going to tie it. And here I have my favorite little tool, my floss threader. And if I tie, just wrap these 2 pieces around each other, and then use my floss threader to insert the thread through the hole in the back. Thread through my punched pieces, and then just tie a knot here once the thread is through the punched hole. And just trim the ends. Now the base for this card is soft suede, cut at 8.5 by 4 1/4. And I want to stamp using this Thank You Kindly. And we're going to use the Note of Thanks stamp from that. The stamp of StazOn ink gives a crisp image with words. Other stamps, but I'd like to really keep this greeting crisp. Assemble the card. So we have our card front here and our base, and just use some snail adhesive, and once just kind of centered on the card front, and leave room for your greeting there. there you have it. A beautiful note of thanks for somebody special in your life. And I hope you enjoy it. Please visit my blog, stampinghare.blogspot.com. Thanks for watching.